administration working on a 50-year Housing Director confirms administration working on a 50-year mortgage after Trump hint.
Oh, my God.
50-year mortgage? Yes. 50-year mortgage. What would it look like? Go ahead, Rob.
Trying to find an answer on affordability for housing, which right now we're seeing one of the worst housing markets that we've seen in recent times. And so the 50-year mortgage is a play to lower people's monthly mortgage payments. But the downside is, especially early on, all of that payment will be going to interest. And of course, since you're paying over 50 years and not over 30 years, you're going to be paying off that mortgage for a lot longer. So the details are still to be worked out, but it looks to be like the president's looking for a quick fix to a market that is fundamentally broken right now.
Okay, so this guy's a Democrat, right? Because you see in the back, if you zoom in on the books, you'll see the New Deal. Go back a little bit, right? You see it to the left, he's got the New Deal. You can always tell what books they're reading. Yeah. Okay.
Crash.
Do you know, while this guy's saying this, it's so funny. Do you know who came up with the 30-year mortgage?
Who?
Do you know who came up with the 30-year mortgage?
that?
I want you to think about, can you right there, Rob? Can you pull that up? Here's who came up with the 30-year mortgage.
FDR?
Yeah, FDR came up with the 30-year mortgage. So did you say the same thing back in the days, fellow? I don't know what your name is, but, well-spoken guy a minute ago.
Crashed.
So he did 30 years. Trump's going to 50 years. By the way, Tom, the question is, if you're a bank, would you get into the 50-year business game? Would we do that knowing you're collecting the interest up front? Would you entertain the 30 versus 50? Because how do you set it up? You still have to find a way to make it profitable for the banks, right?
Right.
So the bank has to get their money, or else there's no incentive for them to want to sell this loan. Okay? What would be the incentive for banks to sell 50-year loans?
Well, as long as they felt that the underlying asset wasn't going to drop. Now, so here's what the bank has to do. Your house is the collateral. You stop paying Vinny, I'm going to take your house, I'm going to sell it to the next guy. Mm-hmm. That's what a bank will do. We'll auction it. He'll auction it off. Now then, what it means, Pat, is the first 10 years of that 50-year loan, the bank has to underwrite it and be comfortable that that house won't decline in value. You follow that? Because not much will be paid off in 10 years, Pat. Not much at all. So if you and I, Tom and Pat's bank, and we do a 50-year mortgage, our underwriting has to say, are we sure that house is not going to go down in these first 10 years?
Yeah.
Because if we have to seize the house and auction it, we got to make sure that that house is worth more than the loan's worth. So it makes the front end underwriting has to be more certain for the banks. But I just did a little analysis. 30-year, 400,000, six and a quarter. 2,462 is the payment. 50-year, 6 and a quarter, 400,000, 2,179. So about a $300 difference on a $400,000 mortgage. However, next to no principal is paid off in those first 10 years. Very little. And then it accelerates.
Kahalal Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakah Chodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And peace shall taste that I am doing his work in true sincerity in the four corners of the earth. All right, I want to do this lesson. All right, this transit lesson. Okay, going into some news I just heard, and they saying that the Trump administration, all right, this government in general, all right, their next proposition, okay, for the state of the economy, Salakia. For the state of the economy, and interest rates being sky high, all right, through the goddamn roof, all right, and inflation being fucking sky high, all right, their next solution for you peons, all right, for you Americans, okay, is a 50-year, all right, mortgage, 50-year mortgage, man. Okay, that's what the elites, all right, have planned for you slaves, all right, because that's exactly, all right, what you are, All you Americans talk about you free and you all this shit. You ain't fucking free, man. If you gotta pay, if you gotta pay a car note, all right, every month, and you gotta pay your mortgage every goddamn month, and you gotta go to work every day, how the hell are you free? All right, your children are subjected to these learning centers, these institutions of higher learning. All right, and it's to the point to where you can't even go pick up your child from school without permission from the state. Okay, and the American dream is completely dead. All right, it's completely dead. All right, that's why they give your ass a damn mortgage. All right, a debt note. All right, and you gonna die in that fucking house. All right, a 50-year goddamn mortgage, man. My grandma passed at this house, man. All right, and she didn't finish. They didn't finish paying off this house. All right, so she died with a mortgage, man. Okay, which is crazy. All right, but that's what America produces, man. All right, this ain't no country. This is a business. This is a corporation. Okay, so if you're gonna be in this corporation, you're gonna have to work like a little worker ant. All right, but you're not gonna get your fair share. All right, the elite get the bulk of it. All right, you just get the goddamn crumbs, man. All right, and that's what you people don't understand. That's what you idiots don't get. All right, you think like these fucking influencers, man, these dumbass influencers. Even this dude PBD, he's a fucking idiot, man. You people listen to these dudes. Oh man, you worried about the economy, nigga? Get your money up. You better boss up. You better do this. You better do that. 6 figures ain't good enough, nigga. Shut the fuck up. Ain't none of that shit about to mean nothing pretty soon, man. I don't give a damn how much you boss up. I don't give a damn how many small businesses you done fucking created. All right. Eventually, the dollar ain't gonna be worth shit. All right. It's gonna be nothing but paper mache. All right. And these comments is lighting PBD ass up. All right. Because these people don't live in reality, man. These millionaires. All right. They don't know what the fuck is going on. All right. Because they got it. All right. This inflation and this economy is hurting us, the little man way more than the big man. Okay, way more. It's hitting where it hurt. It's hitting at the grocery store. It's hitting at your mortgage. It's hitting at your car note. All right. Wrong math. What is the opportunity cost of investing rent, saving over 10 years? These guys need an actual finance specialist. For a businessman, PBD doesn't have a clue what he is talking about. The house isn't appreciating. The currency is debasing. You don't have more money, you have less. 50-year mortgage is a fucking scam. Yeah, and that's true. Yeah, the house ain't appreciating, the currency is debasing, you know? So the value of the money is going down more and more, making things more expensive. Okay, because the dollar value is going down. PVD, a 2,500 square foot house is easily 2,800 to 3K a month, brother. Trust me, I'm renting one. Yeah, these people are fucking idiots, man. They delusional, you know? And you people listen to all these damn talking heads, man. You out your damn mind. Hey, but when the prophets tell you something, you turn a damn blind eye. You don't want to hear that, okay? Because it ain't coming from Esau, all right? It ain't coming from his media, okay? The scripture is saying Habakkuk that this place is full of that clay, that thick clay, all right, that debt. All right, this is how America even got a big foothold around the world, man. It's that debt system, man, that international banking system. All right, because even when you think about it, it's wicked. All right, if you go buy a home, all right, you get a home loan, all right, and the bank finances your loan, all right. Well, what the fuck what is the bank losing? All right, is this actual money that the bank, all right, whoever opened the goddamn bank, is this money out of their actual pocket? No, this is money that they borrowed from the federal government. Okay, this is money that they use from from the people that bank at the bank. All right, to give out these loans. Okay, So do they really give a shit? No, they don't. All right. And all they do is fucking profit. All right. Anybody can freaking profit if the federal government is backing you, if the Fed is backing you and just giving you instant money to print. Okay, so you can get loans to every goddamn body and just collect the interest. And when the borrower defaults on a loan, they can't pay the goddamn loan, then what happened? They do a fucking do the bank gotta come up with the money? No, they do a damn bailout, man. All right? And bail the damn bank out. Fannie Mac and all them niggas. You can see that in too big to fail. No, it's not too big to fail. It's The Big Short, all right, which is pretty much too big to fail. A 50-year mortgage will only make lenders rich. By the time a 35-year-old pays off the house, they'll be ready to sell it to go to a nursing home if they're not dead by then. Exactly right. Exactly right, man. A 50-year mortgage. Man, come on, man. By the time a person is ready to buy a fucking home, what are they? They in their damn 20s. Okay? So you expecting a Babylonian that got the juicy juice that eat GMOs to make it to 70 and 80? Man, hell no. $50-year mortgage isn't a solution. It's more slavery and more lost money. I'll buy land and an RV. Yeah, that's all you can do. All right, because this place is over with. All you can do is get you a damn RV, all right, some land, and put a gate around that shit. All right, or get a get a damn tiny house in Timbuktu. All right, but guess what? Well, no matter what you do, if you want to be a survivalist, if you want to be you want to pitch a tent, or if you want to have a traveling RV, if you want to what's the other one? You want to be a minimalist. All right, it still ain't gonna matter if you're not right where your house shot, man. Your ass is still gonna be burnt up. All right, in your tent, in your RV. Okay, you guys are totally clueless about rental prices around the country. A 2,500 square foot house renting for 2,000, where on Mars? In Ohio, a 1,000 square foot apartment is almost that much. In San Diego, a 600 square foot studio is 2,000. A 2,500 square foot house in average LA area is over 4,000. Yeah, and it's even bad in Houston. You know, Houston used to have cheap houses. You used to be able to get a damn 3 bedroom and rent it in Houston for like $1,000, 1,050. You know, and that was in like 2015. You know, now that same house is gonna be 1,600, 1,700, 1,800. You know, so these Americans are gonna be losing hope. All right, more and more, man. But that's what you get for trusting in this devil. And then look at all that fucking interest, man. You're gonna eat that interest 10 years. You're not even paying to the principal, man. And that's the scam of these fucking loans, man. You sitting there paying your car note. That's what make you want to turn that fucking car in, man. You paying all this shit. You paying 500 a month. You like, man, I gotta be. You done did like a year and a half. You like, damn, I gotta then knock some of that shit down. You go look at your shit online, man. That shit ain't went down at all, man. You paying numbers straight up interest, man. Straight up fucking slavery, man. You know. But that's all I had. You know, I pray this lesson is edifying and shalom.